This is the NUS Museum. This is basically where we start the tour most of the time. You can see over there, there is a sheltered area. This is where all the buses will come, and then all the students will actually get out from the buses here, and then you actually match up with the students, and this is where basically you will start off your NUS campus tour. You can see there's two buildings here. On the left, this is NUS Museum. On the right is the Li Guangqian Natural Museum of History, Natural History Museum. Okay, the one on the left, NUS Museum, is free of charge. Do not go to the one on the right because you will have to pay $20. So Mondays the museums are closed. So if it's not a Monday, you'll be able to actually enter the museum as part of campus tour. So this is where we'll stop and gather, and we'll start from here. The building behind is the Yongxiu-Do Conservatory of Music. This is usually where we gather in the morning before we meet the students. If you take a look opposite, there is a bus stop. Okay, the buses there are 15196. And just right in front, there's another bus stop where the NUS buses also stop. There's also 15196, and I believe, no, I don't think 95 is here. So, yeah. Okay, we walk from here. So we walk uphill. On the right is Raffles Hall. Okay, the name of the bus stop is Museum. So this is the first circle from the entrance. If you look towards the left, there is a bridge all the way to the other side, which is actually the U Town, the NUS University Town. For our purposes, we tend to leave the U Town towards the end of the tour. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to cross here, and we're not going to the U Town. Crossing straight. Across the road here. Okay, over here we will actually turn left into the car park. You should be able to see in the front there are some construction going on. That is actually the new Sports and Recreation Center. It's been undergoing renovation for about a year now. Should be up by 2017, I hope. But even though it's undergoing renovation, you will still be able to see some stuff remaining. Namely the sports halls, the multi-purpose sports halls. They're still available to the public because that's where all the examinations are held. See this? MPSH, Multi-Purpose Sports Hall. Over here, you turn left down this slope. And you should be able to see the sign saying Multi-Purpose Sports Hall. This is a very old part of the university, so the facilities are quite old. Generally, during normal school days, not a lot of people are here except the sports clubs. During examination periods, these are two of the biggest halls for the examinations. So if you can see here, they are actually setting up tables and chairs for examinations, maybe. Usually this sports hall is not open. There are a few sports halls here. This is number 1. Okay, number 5 over to the right is usually open and used for sports. You can see the sports club is actually here. Okay, generally if we walk all the way until here, because on your right you should be able to see the toilets and some vending machines. So if you come all the way here, after maybe looking at the sports hall, if it's empty, you can have a 5 to 10 minutes break for your students here. As you can see, some of the equipment is actually being stored outside. So there are students inside using the sports bar right now. So we can't go in. If it's empty, you should be able to open the door and let some of the students go inside and take a look. So since there are people inside, so we should just skip it today. Okay, the ladies is here. The gents is actually all the way behind over there, behind the lockers, cabinets. Okay. And you will come over here. You'll see to the left, you'll be able to see the sports facilities are like the tennis court and the basketball and netball courts. Okay, this is still a work in progress, but in the past, the swimming pool is actually here, right in front. Do not go to the right, it's a dead end. There's another sports hall there, but you know, if it's occupied, you can't see anyway. So it's a dead end on the right, go to the left, look at these steps, go all the way up. I suppose when this sports center is being done, you'll be able to see the swimming pool on your right. See? Can show them this is where the remaining sports facilities are. On the left side, the basketball courts. Is that a hockey court? Not very sure. Then behind that is the main field, or the ground though. We'll walk along this path. Okay, you should be able to see a red brick building right in front. That is actually the University Health and Wellness Center. It's basically where the doctors and where the clinics and the dental clinic is. For NUS students, you do not have to pay for consultation with the doctors. You just have to pay for the treatment and their medicine. So it's quite cheap for current students. There is no way to enter the health center, so you should just give up. So go up the steps. Turn right here. Okay, over here, if you look towards the left, the red brick buildings are actually another dormitory, which is a hall. Okay, over towards the right, the white building is actually the Yusuf Ishaq house. This is where some of the school admin is, and some of the so basically the student council is actually housed inside the Yusuf Ishaq house, among other clubs. There is a food court on the second floor, there's a Starbucks on the third floor, and there is Subway, 7-Eleven and other shops on the first floor. So we'll cross over here. And see the University Health Center over there. So we'll continue on this path. Slightly downhill, then uphill again. As you can see on the left, the tennis courts. Over the right here is the Ridgeview Residences. The residences are a little bit different from the halls, in the sense that the residences are, they don't really require you to take part in activities, like hall activities, like right at midnight. There are students who, after staying at the halls, fail their examinations. So staying in the dormitory in NUS is not recommended. They're quite cheap though, I think about $500 a month or so. Okay, you can see in the front there is this grey structure that looks quite new. That is actually the NUS University Hall. This is an important part of the tour. It's an important location part of the tour. Okay, so the University Hall has two wings. If you are coming from the direction of where we came from, you should skip the first wing. The first wing is actually the Tan Chin Tuan wing. There is absolutely nothing of interest inside the Tan Chin Tuan wing. You should continue on upslope. By the way, at this point of time, if you look towards your left, you should be able to see the NUS ground in its full glory. Once we reach the center of the University Hall, you should be able to see this. Okay, on the left is the Li Guangqian wing. On the right is the Tan Chin Tuan wing. Okay, on the right there is some kind of cafe over there. And if you look front, where the green scaffolding is, there used to be a fountain over there where you can take pictures. But right now, I guess it's under construction. So today we are going into the Li Guangqian wing. I hope we don't get kicked out. Yeah, it's Spinelli, by the way. The cafe on the Tan Chin Tuan wing side. So over here, this is the Li Guangqian wing. Basically, there are 2 points of interest inside. You'll be able to spend some time inside. So long there's no event here, you'll be able to spend at least 15 to 20 minutes here. You can give them a toilet break. And then there are 2 points of interest inside. Basically, one of which on the left side is actually a scale model of NUS Cambridge campus. So on the right, you'll be able to see the portraits, the paintings of all of NUS, what do you call it? Gakocho. I can't remember the name. Basically, they are the past presidents of Singapore and before that. Here you see a group of students coming up. Okay, sometimes the security will kick you out. So be right. Okay, over here you'll be able to see the scale model of the Cambridge campus of NUS, including U-Town over here. This is the main campus. You can spend about 5-10 minutes telling the students which each part is about. There are toilets inside, so it's good for toilet breaks as well. paintings of the current and the past presidents of Singapore. Basically, the president of Singapore is always the chancellor of NUS. So as you can see right here, we have Tony as the current chancellor. And over here you have Nathan, who just passed away. Ong Teng Chong, who passed away. Wee Kim Wee, I have no idea whether he passed away. Okay, Devon Nair, and the rest. And Benjamin Shears, and then of course Yusof Ishak, the first president of Singapore. Over here, maybe you like to take out your note and show, the similar, the face, his face on the Singapore dollar note. Okay, over here, these are chancellors of NUS before Singapore got its independence. So these are the people of Malay. There are some seats over here, so they'll be able to rest as well for about 5-10 minutes. It's a good time. It's a good place to spend some of the time. And it should be highly regarded as a good place for resting. Okay, so we are coming out of the Lee Kong Chian Wing, and we are leaving the University Hall. Okay, then we continue up and maybe downhill. This is basically the top of the hill already. The buildings that we see in front of us, the white buildings, are the buildings of science faculty. Okay. From here on, there are two choices you can take. You can either walk by the main road if there is no time to look at the science buildings and proceed all the way to medicine, or you can enter the buildings from over there. Okay, all the buildings are all named. Like for example, over here you see Science S12. S is for science, so this is Science Building 12, S12. The buildings are generally all connected on every level, not on every, and on a single a few levels. So if you enter the buildings and walk towards the end of the corridor and you don't see a connection, try going downstairs or upstairs. Almost always there's a connection to the other building. So right now we will try to actually enter the Department of Science through S12. The Faculty of Science, by the way, not Department of Science. Look, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. Oh, apparently all the corridors have been closed. So we'll get out of S12. We were actually able to pass through S12 previously. Seems like the construction is going on quite heavily. We'll try here anyway. If we cannot get through, we'll just use the main road. Yeah, I like to get through.
No problem.
Can't get through. Alright, thank you so much. So this is the Department of Physics. It's on the first floor, and we can actually get through the building here. You can see these are the offices of the professors and associate professors. You'll be able to take a look inside if there's nobody. Probably not a good idea to open the doors. Maybe just looking through from the windows. So this is the end of the corridor to get out. And then to be easy, we just continue straight. Continue straight. Never turn right. Continue straight. Here is another passageway. Also the physics department. You must be quiet inside these places, these corridors. So as you can see, there are labs inside. So on the right, there are rooms of the professors and the lecturers. Basically, they are all the same. This is a department corridor. If there are no students, they can look through from the glass panels to see what's going on inside. You know, I mean, try not to get scolded. And here's an end of another corridor. So just now we're at S12, now we're at S14. We have passed by 2 buildings. Okay. I think at S14, when we reach S14, I'm not sure if there's another corridor in front, but it's a better idea to get off from here. So we'll take the stairs down to the main road where we'll continue on. If you look towards your right, there's a new building over there. That's actually the new science canteen. It's now air conditioned. You can, if you want to, show them the new science. All the way to the first floor. So you see the science canteen again. It's basically called the Frontier. Phase 1 because there's another Phase 2 coming up soon. We are not going to the science canteen today. So we'll turn left and head straight for the rest of the science faculty. Center for Advanced Studies Materials. There are research centers and labs on the left. When you see this building over here, this grey building right in front of you, notice the blue signboard over there that says NUS Co-op. This is basically a bookshop cum souvenir shop, you know, in the science faculty area. If you want, you could let your groups spend some time inside the co-op buying souvenirs from NUS. They sell stuff like NUS caps, NUS bottles, NUS t-shirts and all the stuff. We will just walk in to the co-op for a while. As you can see, there are currently students inside the co-op, and this is where all the NUS souvenirs are. They can spend about 15 minutes here. So we'll continue on. Up the stairs again. This time we're going left. This was where the old science canteen used to be, but now apparently it's been totally destroyed. Tear down, torn down, demolished. Okay, if you see here, over here where you see the ATMs, OCBC and EBS ATMs, this is basically a place called LT27. Sometimes, if you happen to see a bazaar going on here, you can let the students take a look at the bazaar. I mean, if it's nothing here, you can skip the place. And these are the lecture theatres. If you look at the red box on top, if there's a current lecture going on, the light will actually light up saying lecture in progress. If the lecture is not in progress and if the LT is not locked, you can try to bring the students in for a bit. This is some bazaar going on. I have no idea what it is. I try going in, see if it's locked. As you can see from here, nobody's using. Probably a lecture is coming up soon. If it's empty, you can show people around. For purposes today, we won't be doing that. So we'll continue up the steps. To your left is another lecture theatre. To the right is where the old size canteen used to be. We'll still continue on. Continue up the steps. As you can see, there's another lecture theatre here, as well as a subway and a sushi shop, I guess. The shops are not open during the holidays. Right now, over here, we're actually turning left through this walkway. If you look at the building on the right, it's MD4. MD4 stands for medicine. See on the left, medicine, MD7. So we're entering the faculty of medicine. So continue straight. There's really nothing to see in medicine. Once you reach the end of the walkway, turn left, and over here turn right. So you know you're correct if you see Starbucks right in front of you. So there's another Starbucks here. It's a good choice. I mean, it's a good, you know, if you want to spend some time relaxing, you can actually have another break here, about 10 to 15 minutes, if they want to buy Starbucks. Right towards the left of Starbucks is actually the main lobby of the Faculty of Medicine. Okay, so you can see it's a very small place, but it looks like a mini museum of sorts, where you'll be able to see information of the Department of Medicine, as well as all the, you know, former deans, the Dean's List people, and all stuff. Perhaps another 5-10 minutes for those who are interested. Great, from here, we're getting out of medicine. Going down steps. Then we're crossing the road. And as you probably already can tell, the white building opposite is actually NUH, the National University of the National University Hospital. So for NUH, you actually don't have to show them much, seriously, because really it's just like another hospital. You just have to walk through. So you just have to walk straight past the outside of the hospital. And you reach the end of the hospital. If you continue walking straight, you see the slope in front of you. There is a bus stop, and after the bus stop is actually the entrance to the Kent Ridge MRT station. So depending on how long your NUS campus tour is, this might be the end point. Or if you have to return to the NUS museum, you can either walk all the way back through the path we walked past just now by following this slope all the way down and back all the way there, if you have a lot of time to kill. If not, if you don't have a lot of students, you can actually take a NUS internal bus bus D2 and go all the way to the U town, to the university town. As you can see, if you walk all the way straight and all the way towards the back, that's the MRT entrance. Opposite the road is also another MRT entrance. So for today we will be going back to U town, so I'll be taking a bus. You can see if you start from the Cambridge MRT station, this is actually your start point, and you reverse the whole route from here. That's the entrance of the MRT. Just go down straight and turn right. Right there. Okay, we're going to U town.